Hi there everyone, it's Christine again from So Old Time with my latest woodland themed journal, Woodland Fairy themed journal. Now I've taken the tassels and this little leather bag off because I was filming before and I've taken it off, so I won't put it back on, but I just want to quickly show you again this tassel, the third my third journal that I'm keeping record of. So I just made a dangle with a butterfly and just some interesting fabric, probably bits of fabric and lace. I've plaited some wool, some ribbons in there. So I'll just put that to the side, and then I made this little leather bag, or leather little purse. My thought was the little fairy might wear that when she's out in the woodlands. I've just crocheted some dangle buttons there and attached them so that's all sewn on, and then I just made a little sort of wand or twig with some faux moss and a little flower. I've got in here a little bottle, and I've just put the fairy definition in there. Fairy, imaginary, small creature, powers of magic, beautiful and delicate. In there. And then I've just got, I think this is actually a bead, but I put it in, looks like a little, something you might have picked up, a pebble, and then just this little it says fairy dreams, little trunk of a tree. So all just little things that to me remind you of the woodlands. So I'll put them back in there, and I'll just put them to the side so they just attach to this plaited piece of leather. They're all just the bits of thread. I like all those things, but they can easily be cut off on the spine here. So I just hooked them onto the plait there. Some bead dangles where the signatures are the threads. And now I'll get into the journal because I have already sort of recorded a bit of the cover. Okay, so 3 signatures in this journal, and I'll put all the information regarding spine width and all that sort of thing in the description. Okay, so let's open her up and get started on the actual journal. Okay, I think that's pretty good. So inside we just have in the pocket made of a doily, just a little bit out of a book, Wooden Garden, just a nice botanical image on the back. So I could do it really quickly. This Woodland Waltz music paper. I've just made a little page sort of snippet there, sewn on with some embroidery thread, lots of little pieces of piano paper, and just throughout I like to add just little bits and scraps through the journal. Just done some little snippets here onto the book page, some tulle, some more baking paper, different papers there, dictionary, some sewing. This is one of the, I think there's a couple of different digitals in this kit. In this journal. Yeah, all going good. So I can't remember, but I will list who they're from. So isn't that a beautiful image there? I love those colours. Backed onto another digital beautiful doily with the, you know, the autumn sort of tones that really go well with the woodland theme. I think this actually came from a little owl book, which was really the inspiration for doing this journal. I come across this little owl book in the op shop, so I thought that went really well with the woodland theme. I made this with an envelope, just some text from, again, a fairy type book, and then that can just be writing space there. Another image, another digital there. So again, this, I think this was actually how to draw and paint fairies out of this book. Some more of the beautiful digitals. This is from a fairy book. So again, just some beautiful images, and I've made a little paper bag envelope there, and I've just put in just some little fairy images and a tag there. And sewing, as I love to sew, as I've said before, I prefer to sew than to glue sometimes, find it easier. And I've just made like a little edge tuck with this beautiful postcard. Now, I made this a little while ago, so I think what I've done is I've made a pocket. Yes, so he will come out. So a fairy, I think it's meant to be like, you know, one of those paper doll sort of dress-ups there. And then just with the guest check, it's been coffee dyed or had inks or both there. And then this is the middle of the first signature, so I haven't put anything in the pockets, but of course, I thought they looked really nice, so I just left them empty. So just a bit of collaging, pockets out of this lace from, I think, an old dress. More from the fairy book. Just some stamping there. I've made another sort of pocket here. Made a little collage, just bits of snippets of lace and, you know, trim sequins, fake moss, and I've just put a tag in there. I've made like a fairy tag with some writing there. And then I've just made just like a large tag, stamping on the back. And I've rusted these paper clips before, so anything rusted, anything that in here that's rusted is I rusted safety pins and paper clips. Did a batch there. It's just a bit of napkin there and some, I think it's the, I can't think what you call it. Liquid pearls, I think, on there. Another pocket here. So it's got, once again, from the fairy book. I had a couple of fairy books I found from the op shop. And I've just taken out pieces and sewn them on to make pockets or, you know, parts of tags. This is a Shirley Barber fairy card, and I've just backed it again with some of the book page. Just made another tag in there. Some more of the fairy book, just with some buttons, and made a snippet, some fabric. More of the out of the watercolor. I think it's a watercolor one. I've just added some gesso, just to sort of not completely cover, but just dull it down, I guess. All right, I might have to go a bit quicker. So more of the owl book there, the other side of the doily, just the other side of all the papers, dictionary, the tulle, and more of the images. They're beautiful images. I'd never paint them, but beautiful for the book. And then I've just made like a little flip up there, right in there on just some manila folder. Yeah, just similar things, snippets with you know, trims and more of the fairy text. I think this is napkin here on some book page, and you know, just probably adding sprays and other mediums. I can't quite remember. And then this is onto the second signature, so it starts off with the fairy song there, and then just more pages. This is from an old typing book. More of the fairy book, the digital, these beautiful fairies. Some stamping, must have some doily on the other side. And then I've just, on this page, I've made just a little paper clip with a little felt rose, which I thought really goes nice with this rose in this image here on this fairy. And then this came, oh, so I've got a few things here. I've got just this little flip up here, some nice lace in sort of that orange colour. And then this came from a really old book, or an old book, and it's called Lady of Glengarry, an old Scottish legend about a lost fairy necklace. So I've just put that little story in there. You could write in there, so that's what that is. Got some tulle there, so I've made some little pockets for the tags here. Just again, lots of stenciling and inking, so I made a little fairy tag here. There's some stamping on the back, and on this side again, and I've just made a little pocket, so a little fairy tag there, backed with some paper. It goes in there. There's that beautiful fairy there, and that opens like just an envelope. It's not an envelope, but a pocket. Pocket is the right word, just with a beautiful image there of a woodland bird from a book. In she goes. So yeah, just some bits of fabric. Fairy image there. And then I've done here some collaging on a paper bag. So beautiful fairy images here. And then I've just added some flowers and some of this, I think it actually came in a Halloween time. You get that sort of creepy lace or something, not lace, fibres, and I've just sort of teased it out just to make it look a bit wispy. And then I've just used, it's upside down, piano paper, and I've embossed it, and inks and stitching on just a woodland fairy image there. Moving along, so lots of liquid pearls, and I love to do that stitching, and yeah, so that's backed onto just out of a sort of diary. Another flip up here, similar type thing, just with old laces or just laces looking old, you know, snippets and just stitching, collaging. So this owl from a kit. And then you have the insects. I think this is the second signature or the third? Second, I think. And from a calendar or a book. Calendar, I think. Fairy image right there. Another signature. The beads and buttons. Okay. From the owl book again, just with a little quote there. I've made a pocket. Lace, and I think it's backed onto some music paper. Now I machine embroidered this Woodland Fairy. Thought that was really gorgeous. Come out really nice. And then I just made a tag stamped Woodland Fairy. Just another snippet there with you know, little bits of sari silk and tulle. Little saying, all things bright and beautiful, all creatures great and small. On the back of I made it into a tag. On the back of a card. So that's in there. Now here, I've got a thing, I can't remember what this is. The back of, I think a colouring book, a fairy colouring book. Little bunny peeking out, so I thought that's cute, that can go in. And then I've just made just a bit of collage on the front. Put that in, a little tuck spot up here. Poem. Just a bit of a collage in there. So this one is the Buttercup Fairy. So, made this a little while ago, so I can't quite remember. I'm assuming she is just held there with the paper clip so she doesn't fall out. And that, oh, there you go, that opens up. And I've just made a cute little booklet, just onto a tag there. So in she goes, and back in here. Attach her again so she doesn't fall off or fall out. There we go. I think we'll do for now. And then another owl pick there. Just made a little coin pocket. I don't know if there's anything in there. No. Just a collage of fairies in there. In here, Hessian bag, little snippet collage there. So just a little squirrel from an old book. I've made a tag. And then this is an original paint sample card with actual paint. So that's really nice. In there she goes. Just some stamping. Made this little, I don't know if you'd want to call it, it's not a bookmark, but just on corrugated card, you know, card, whatever you call it. And I think these are real pressed sort of flowers, and I just put some, what you call it, the liquid sort of gloss or whatever on there. And just let your day be filled with magic. So you could write on there or stick something on there to write on. You can move it around into the journal. Okay, so that's the back there. Just some more variety of papers and digitals there. So yes, the third signature. So just an envelope there, which doesn't actually, it's a bit hard to get into now because I've sewn it down, but makes a great little holder there. Little tuck. So more from the fairy book I got. Definition here. Just more collaging and sort of stitching there. Some doily that's been coffee dyed and stitched on as a page edge. Fairy images I've just stitched onto brown paper. So I made these fairy doors. Excuse me. They can open up. You can add in other things. I've just put there's a little sticker there, and there's just a little dried flower there. And then just another little snippet there, paper, lace, flowers, doily and paper. So just a lot of the digitals. You might not be able to see, but she's got like a plait or a braid in her hair, this fairy. So that's what I did with this piece of, I think, embroidery cottons. And, oh, there you go. So the fairy, she flips over to the other side, black and white image. And I have a feeling this is, yes, it is a paper clip. So on the back, the fairies and school. So it opens up. And I've just put a velvet flower piece there. And this opens out. Oh, it's an envelope. So just a tree stamp there and a little collage down the bottom. And this envelope is on the other side. So that things could go in there. And then I've just made another collage of doing these with the fairy, more of the little cloth, whimsical, wispy cloth, skeleton, you know, leaves and flowers that have all been, you know, added to with inks and sprays and all that sort of thing. So that goes there, which I'll put that back later. Well, I'll put this part back now. And there's the paper clip. Just a bit of old doily or doily there sewn on. This is a pocket here. So another piece of fairy woodland paper. Yep. So you could easily use that for writing and journaling or whatever. Goes in there. Just some more of the book. Little pieces. We're getting to the end. Lots of inks on there. There, I think that's some stitching from the other side. Bit of, once again, a little snippet with laces and shawl. Bit of baked moss. I've sewn these flowers and done some cross stitch there. There's a dyed, coffee dyed doily here. That's the other side. Part of the owl. And then this is another one of the middle of the third signature, and another, I think, Shirley Barber print on the calendar or her book. Doily. So I've made little squirrel, little cute little tag. I've made this tag with the fairy image on it, and then I've made this bigger tag, that woodland sort of scene, and fairy paper book text, so you could have a read of that if you desired. And then more of that, and then I just made a, which I won't unpin it, rusty safety pin, like a shaker tag there, stamped on the back, there are fairies at the bottom of our garden. Oh, and look at that, it's a tuck spot as well. So some from the owl book. Yeah, just some more, you know, fold out paper. Getting to the end, I've made, I think this flips, yes. And also it is an envelope. So text from the fairy book, obviously a pocket here, and I've just made this little tag there. And so I don't know if you can sort of see there, but it's shiny. There's another tag in here, fairy card, tag, whatever you'd like to call it there. So it all goes back like so. And on the other, so that flipped out. Yeah, and then on the other side, this is a paper clip. Goes well with the digital on that side. So it's just a paper clip there. You could, so I don't know if I made it to actually hold anything or just to, so you could take it off if you wanted to. Yeah, I'll do that later. We're getting to the end, so just some more digitals and papers, doilies, etc. I just stenciled that using different inks. Just an image there on some paper bag. Another fairy. Here is, I'm not 100% sure. I think it might go over. Yep. It's just like a pad. That's the back of it. So it's just this old image from a book. Old owl image backed onto paper bag, and I've just, you know, just used some old papers, yeah, onto that. And then on this side it's just a little poem about owls, and that goes like so. And I think we're nearly done. I think that's coming to the end. Now I haven't put my little library name tag in there, but that will go in there. So I forgot to mention, this is some quilting, quilted sort of fabric, and I've had it for ages. Like, obviously to me it reminds me like sort of 70s sort of colours and that, but how perfect is it for this journal, the cover, so it's nice and soft. And then I've just attached that doily, or half a doily, piece of the doily there. So on the back, that's the back right there. Just some, I think that's like some vintage sheeting, and I've added a bit of, you know, wadding or something underneath there. And the spine, just quite simple. So actually I did a bit of quilting. It's not really quilting, but patching, just pieces together. Once again, there are all the bits you can remove if you wanted to, or cut or trim. So that's her there from the top, and then it's her from the inside. Yeah, so that's her. So I really love this one. She's come out really, really nice, beautiful. So I'm planning to do another one, but maybe not so big, if that's at all possible. I don't know. We'll see. So yeah, she's got, like I say, she's got wadding or some sort of, I can't remember, type of wadding anyway. So she's a bit soft and quilty like, but with the, you know, cardboardy and stronger sort of spine and cover, but very, very soft as well. So there you go. I hope you like it, like her. And yeah, we'll work on our next one. Like I say, I'm planning to do another maybe fairy one, but a different, not the woodland. I'm not sure exactly. But anyway, yeah, I do really love her, and I'll put her in my Etsy shop for anyone that might be interested in her. What am I doing? Might just see if I can attach my little things back on. So I think I just sort of, I don't know how easy it's going to be. Oh, it's always, there we go, that's the little, what do you call it? That's the little purse or the little bag made from leather. And then this is, and I think I did say number 3. So she's the number 3. I've been recording. There we go, she's done. She's done. So I hope you like her. Hope you've enjoyed watching that one. So thank you again for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching her and the flip through, and yeah, we will see you in my next video. Okay then, thanks very much. Okay, bye.